Welcome to the Pop-Up Jobs Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Okilwe, broadcasting live from Nigeria. Now, for those of you who are just tuning into this podcast and are wondering what the podcast is all about, well, we are a recruitment platform involved in the promotional videos of job seekers. We promote these promotional videos to to employers across the world to help boost job seekers' chances of finding the right job. Let me also add that the service is absolutely free. And today on the show, I have a very special guest from a set of people that are very dear to me personally. My guest is from the Nigerian National Youth Service Corps. For just a bit of background to what the Nigerian Youth Service Corps is, the Nigerian Youth Service Corps was founded in 1973 as a fallout from the Civil War to foster national unity. Today on the show, I have Fatima Eniafe from Nigeria. Hello, Fatima. How are you doing? Thank you for agreeing to participate on this podcast.
Hello. Good afternoon, Mr. Pat. I'm doing well. I'm doing fine.
Great, great. You might need to speak up a little bit so that our viewers across the world can hear you. Just a quick start, to the podcast. Fatima, can you tell our viewers across the world who Fatima Eniafe is?
Yeah, my name is Fatima Eniafe. I'm a graduate of the Yaba College of Technology, and I studied microbiology. And my journey in tech started in 2019, where I started learning. I did self-learning, and I was into front-end development, and I did some self-learning. I did HTML, coding, CSS, JavaScript, and all. So I'm also open to work. I'm open to training, and I intend to pursue a career in tech, most especially front-end development. And I also seek for sponsorship in abroad, to study in abroad, to study software engineering specifically, and to also boost my knowledge and enhance my skill
Okay, but
better.
just
Thank you.
sorry to interject and cut you short. You might really need to speak up because your volume is quite low. Can you still speak up a little bit more? I know you have some volume inside of you, so just rev it up. Let's hear a little bit more.
Okay. I said I'm into front end development. Like I'm into front end development and still doing some self learning. Although I'm open to work and training, and I'm also
Yeah.
open to scholarships that could also make me study software engineering also. So right now I'm still doing my self learning in front end development, and it has
Okay.
been quite okay and interesting. Yeah, because I want to pursue my career in tech space. Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. Let me just ask you this real quick. I know you attended the Yabat College of Technology. Um, Now you're currently having your youth service. What is your greatest takeaway from the
Yes.
scheme? What have you benefited from the most from the National Youth Service Corps?
Okay. Being a corp member has opened me quite in a good field, and being a corp member has made me have like I'm able to have time to learn on this web development course which I'm taking right now. And
Okay.
also being a corp member, like yeah, whenever I wear the uniform, most of the time I'm always being respected and all. Like
Yes, I
people
know.
always look up
I know.
to corp members, and also being a corp member also like I also want to plan for after my service in the next 6 months. So would like to work in a tech environment or in a tech company and also pursue my career further
Okay.
with
So I
a
think I think
scholarship.
this is
Thank
just
you.
a great time to ask you straight away. From you have 6 months, about 6 months left for your service year. What are your plans for first of all your
Yeah.
personal ambitions and your professional ambitions? What kind of job roles are you looking for? Do you plan on going back to school? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Just quick set like that. What do you think?
Okay. My plan now is to after service is to apply for a role in the tech space because I'm not just into front end development. I'm also into cybersecurity. So in the next
Okay.
5 years, I would want to be a specialist, yeah, yeah, like a front developer, like an expert in it. More like knowing how to design websites, application, make them run using different code frameworks. And in the next 5 years, yes, I see myself being at the top of the tech. Like even though I know that there would always be like top and step higher, but I see myself being embedded in a full knowledge of the tech space.
Can I ask you a question? Do you have any certifications now to boost your chances of finding, that dream job of yours? Or if you
Yes,
don't,
I
are you doing
have.
anything towards that
Yes,
line?
I have. Yes, I have. Yes, yes. Um, hello. I
Yes, I
can
can
hear
hear you.
you.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't
Can you
get the
hear
last
me?
question.
Okay, let me ask you
Yes, I
again.
can hear
In
you.
terms of certifications, professional certifications, do you have anything you're doing in line of improving, helping you improve your job chances of finding that right job? Are you doing any certifications, professional certifications right now?
No, I'm presently not doing any professional certification right now, but I'm still studying to work towards that certification. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. Let me ask you because we've been talking serious stuff, serious stuff, serious stuff. Just on a lighter note, what are the hobbies of Fatima? Does Fatima have fun at all?
Yeah. At my leisure time, I do watch movies.
Okay.
I go to the cinemas. Yeah, most of all. I do some cooking and some baking. Most times
So,
too, I also hang out with my friends. Yeah.
okay. So, what would you call what's your favorite movie?
Mm. I really don't like Nigerian movies, so I would
Oh
prefer.
boy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. God. I prefer. Although there's some Nigerian movies too that are quite okay, and I like movies that
Okay.
are enlightening, and after watching them, I get a message from them. I grab a good knowledge from them. So.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, let me ask you. We're winding down to the end of the podcast. Let me just ask you, for the benefit of employers who are listening to this interview and are interested in your job seeker profile. I know you're not done with service, but in a few months you'll be ready. You'll be ready to hit the streets. Looking for that dream job. Now, tell them why should they hire Fatima Eniafe?
Okay. The reason why I should be given a chance to be hired is that I'm committed to work, hardworking, um, intelligent and dedicated. And whenever I take up a task, I make sure I deliver it in time,
Yeah.
and I work strategically. Yeah, I work strategically to time. Yeah, and I'm a relent like I don't relent easily. Yeah. So positive towards work.
Fantastic, fantastic, Fatima. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you today on the podcast. I wish you all the best in your
So,
endeavors and just all the best in all you do. Success in the future. It's been great speaking with you. You have been an awesome, amazing guest. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of this episode of the Pop Up Jobs podcast. And now let me just say this: if you're a job seeker and would like to be a guest on this podcast, please message me directly to schedule an interview. My contact details are scrolling right at the bottom of your screen. Then, if your company would also like to promote its products and services to our global audience, please do not hesitate to also contact me. I would like to thank Fatima and Eniafe for participating in this job seeker interviews. I also want to thank our viewers for tuning in
Thank
and giving
you.
us a great audience. I also want to thank my producer for keeping things going rather smoothly. I also want to thank what's it called, our sponsors now for their contributions towards the podcast. Thank you, everyone. Till we see you next time on the podcast. Have fun, everybody. Thank you, Fatima. Bye bye. All the best.